Remember in our previous video, we talked about market structure. Market structure, yes. At first, we actually talked about market trend. Yes, we talked about market trend. We said the market consists of three phases, which is the accumulation, distribution, and whatever it's been called. So we talked about the uptrend, consolidating market, and we talked about the downtrend. So don't confuse yourself. It's just actually the word terminology and everything. Everything consists of the same thing. It's just the word and everything that being used. That don't confuse yourself. When I say consolidating market, it's actually when price have a series of higher lows and higher. I'm sorry, series of equal lows and then series of equal highs without a definite move or what direction. Then we talked about the uptrend and the downtrend. Don't confuse yourself, please. It's very easy to understand. This is your market trend or your phases of a market. Then we brought down to what market structure. We said we have the swing structure, we have the substructure in the minor structure. We said the swing structure is actually where you're actually with the focus and actually going to be focusing on maybe 4 hour time frame, whatever time frame. So that's where you actually pick out your POIs and whatever. Then we talked about the substructure. These are just retracement of price before price gets to your POI. So this substructure you don't actually trade on your substructure. It is if you're actually still learning, but most of the time price tends to take you out. Why? Because you actually want to just face one direction of the market. You're actually following trend movement. Despite this particular place is still a trend, but you just have to stick to one particular direction of the market. Then we'll say we have the minor structure. The minor structure consists of where price gets to your POI and start moving to its intended direction, which is your minor structure. And I think I also talked about your protected low or your strong low. This is where price won't take you out. This is actually the point at which price won't get to before moving to a specific direction. So in today's video, I'm actually going to be talking about liquidity. I'm going to be talking about liquidity. Remind you, we actually have different type of liquidity. So in this strategy, I'm really focusing on just going to be focusing on one, which is previous high. It's actually what I'm going to be focusing on as my liquidity. I'm going to be focusing on one particular point as my liquidity. Mind you have different type of liquidity. Okay, let me change this. We have different type of liquidity. My phone is so hard to liquidity. Like I said, we have actually have different type of liquidity. We have equal highs and equal low liquidity, previous high, previous low, weekly high. Those are your examples of liquidity level. But in this strategy, I'm actually just focusing on just one, in order not to complicate things for us. So I'm not really talking about just one type of liquidity. Like I said, we have equal highs. This normal plain MCMC. We have equal highs. We have trend line liquidity. We have trend line liquidity. have double bottom as liquidity. My drawing. We have what? These are what? All liquidity. Double bottom. Like I said, liquidity is what? Liquidity is what? Is money. Liquidity are actually where what? People stop what? Where people orders are resting on, which is what? Liquidity. All these are what? Liquidities. All these are what? Liquidity. All these are liquidity build up. All these are what? Liquidity what? Build up. All these are liquidity. These are examples of liquidity for normal playing, MCMC, or whatever it's been called. So in our this particular strategy, we're actually focusing on just one. Like I said, liquidity is actually where people stop orders or people limit awards are resting on. So like I said, liquidity can be previous high or previous low. Not just only relative lows or relative highs. No, liquidity can just be in what? Just one. And we have actually have three types of liquidity. Okay, let me bring that now. So we have two types of liquidity. Two types of liquidity. We have inducement liquidity. Inducement was liquidity. We have structural liquidity. Structural liquidity. And we have transactional liquidity. And we have transactional liquidity. Just call it transactional liquidity. So there's supposed to be a C here. We have transaction with liquidity.